Hi Tri Babies. Today we're gonna review NikkieTutorials by Beauty Babe palette. And I was really excited to hear that NikkieTutorials was coming out with a palette, y'all. Because if you know me, you know I love her looks and her personality and everything she stands for and just her as a human being. She is goals. She is queen. She is queen. Oh, so of course I had to buy the palette the second it came out because I knew it was gonna sell out, and it did. But if you watch the most recent video about her palette, which I will link up here for you guys, she does mention that there's gonna be a second round to the release. So if you didn't get it this time, you have one more opportunity, y'all, and don't it up. Anyway, let's get into it. First, I really want to show you guys the packaging because I thought it was so creative and well thought out. And as I've mentioned in my other videos, I am a sucker for good packaging. So this is what the box looks like that it comes in. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I mean, and this is just the box. When you open the box, you also get this cute little card that tells you exactly how to use each shade. Some are obviously going to be better applied with the fingers. Some are going to be obviously better applied with a brush, or however the hell you want, because it's makeup and there are no rules. But I thought it was very thoughtful of her to include that. And now, le piece de resistance, y'all. I had a physical reaction to this. Like, I got goosebumps when I opened this palette. I don't know if it's because it's NikkieTutorials palette or because it really is just that damn beautiful, but all right, let me just show y'all. Look at this artwork, y'all. And then if you open it up, bam, look at these beautiful shades. So as you see, there are a few mattes, there are a few shimmers, there are a lot of bright colors, there are a lot of Nikkie colors in there, and I love every single one of these. I am so excited to do a look today, oh my God. Another thing that I wanted to point out that she mentioned in her announcement video is the fact that one of the mirrors on the palette is a magnified mirror and the other one is a regular mirror. So if you wanna take this palette with you, you got options, y'all. Okay, so let's get into a look, because I can't wait any longer. I'm gonna quickly prime my lids with Thank Me Later Eyeshadow Primer by Elizabeth Mott. And if you wanna get the best out of your shadows, you always want to prime your lids. Now that my eyes are primed, let's get started with the first color. You know how I can tell I'm really excited about something? It's when I start humming and singing little songs about random things. That means I'm excited. I'm gonna go ahead and start with Slasher. I'm gonna start building the outer corner and crease of my eye. Yes, come through pigmentation, y'all. I'm loving this so far. This color really translates well from the palette to the lid, at least on me. And I'm using a Sigma Dome blending brush to do this. And I'm packing that in there because I am gonna blend out the edges in a bit. But I really like color. And I'm just gonna start blending out the edges and kind of really lifting and creating more of a lift to my eye. I'm trying something new, y'all. I am going into my brows because I'm gonna see if I can create more lid space for myself or more space for myself in general, because I'm limited. And then I'm gonna kind of just work that into my crease as well. Y'all, now I know why she called this color Slasher, because this color is a killer. Boom, bad joke. Okay, moving on. Now we're gonna move on to our next color, which is going to be, I feel like we need to go crazy. I feel like we need to do something crazy. So we're gonna go with Redemption, and I'm gonna just grab some of that. And actually, I think I'm gonna bite off of NikkieTutorials. She actually added some color into this area of the eye, and I thought it looked so pretty. Yes, that is beautiful already, and we haven't even blended it. Let's start kind of blending that in with Slasher. I will say I am having to pack this color on a little bit more than Slasher. It could be my fault. It could be that I maybe didn't put enough primer in this area, but it's not a problem, y'all. And then once I've got that on there, I'm just gonna kind of blend it into Slasher a little bit. Look how beautifully those are blending together. Yes. All right, now we're gonna move on to, we're gonna do Mikai, which is this shade right here, and it was actually named after her brother who passed away, sadly. And it's a beautiful, beautiful red, and it is bright. So we are going to add a pop of color into the inner corner of this red, because I feel like we need to add a little bit of drama That is really beautiful. I'm just kind of blending that a little bit into the inner corner here, but we are gonna use one more shade, so. Okay, and now we're gonna move on to a shimmer. Which shimmer will be the one? Aura. Aura's the one. Y'all, I've never been so sure. We're gonna use Aura, which is this shade right here. And we're gonna use our finger for that one. Look at that, y'all. Look at it, look at it. So I'm just gonna add that with my finger onto my lid. Oh my God. And y'all, this is the business, y'all, okay? This is the business, okay? Does anybody else forget to breathe when they're putting on makeup? Because I can't be the only fool who stops breathing when they're putting on makeup. Now I'm gonna take Slasher and I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of make sure that this is just nice and blended in here. And I'm gonna take Mikai again, and I'm just gonna pack that out here. And then I'm gonna start building my lower lid line. Connect that with Slasher. And then I'm gonna dip into, back into Slasher a little bit, and then just kind of layer that on top of Mikai here, my lower lash line, just so that they really blend in nicely. We're gonna get a little extra, and I'm gonna use I'm gonna use Amsterdam. No, yes, I'm gonna use Amsterdam, which is this color right here. This is really beautiful blue. And we are going to go ahead and add some of that into the inner corner of the lower waterline. I love this decision that I made. So we're gonna do it on the other side. And then I just wanna make sure that that's kind of buffed out a little bit so it doesn't look too harsh. And then, ooh, I'm getting all mad scientist, but I'm gonna take my Sigma inner corner brush, and I actually sprayed some of my NYX fixer into the lid itself, and I just kind of dipped that in there. And then I wanna make sure it's not too wet, so I'll just kind of make sure to get the excess liquid off of there. And then I will dip into Aura, which I used earlier, because I wanna take some of that and put that in my inner corner to brighten things up a bit. Beautiful. I'm also gonna add some right in the middle where the two colors meet under my lower lid. And that will add a little bit of extra sparkle to your look. It doesn't seem like a lot right now, but it is a nice little addition to your look. Especially when you put your mascara on and your lashes on. It's a vibe, y'all. It's a vibe. And then I've also actually been putting either a shimmer or a glitter on the outside corner of my lower lid. Just a little bit, nothing too crazy. Just something to add a little bit of a spark. And again, when you put your lashes on and your mascara on, it's just a different experience. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put on my lashes and brows off camera because it stresses me out, y'all. And I'll be right back. All right, y'all, I am back with my lashes and brows on, and we are gonna move on to blush. For blush, I'm gonna use my Bobbi Brown blush in the shade Flame. And then I just like to take my blush and run it on top of my contour to give me a little bit of a color. Now we're gonna move on to my favorite part, which is highlighter, y'all. Yes, and we're gonna use my favorite Becca Cosmetics highlighter in the shade Prismatic Amethyst. So I'm just gonna take my finger and apply some to my cheekbone here, just in a little tapping motion at first, because you can control how much you want to put on and just build on that. Ooh, highlighter, you make me feel so beautiful. See, I told y'all I'd just be singing songs about things that make me happy. And then down my nose, and then my Cupid's bow. And then I take my Sigma Tight Line Liner brush and I go ahead and dip into the same highlighter and just add a little bit of highlight to my brow bone. You see that? It just adds like a really nice pop. And last but not least, we need to do these lips. So I am gonna go ahead and line my lips with the ColourPop Lippy Pencil in the shade BFF. What color do I wanna do? Now that my lips are lined, I'm gonna go ahead and use the NYX Powder Puff Lippy in the shade Teenage Dream. And then you know what? I'm gonna add the Fenty Beauty Stunna Lip Paint in the shade Uncensored on top of this, just a little bit to make it more red. That actually looks really dope. Maybe I came up with another look for another day. Yes, this is definitely more in line with what I was envisioning in my mind. And then I'm gonna put a little bit of the same highlighter that I just used in the middle of my lips. And then of course we need to set this face. So I'm gonna use my NYX Bear With Me setting spray. All right, y'all, and this is a look using the NikkieTutorials by Beauty Bay palette. I'm gonna go ahead and change it to something cute and I'll be right back. I personally support Nikkie because not only is she part of the LGBTQ family, but she also played a huge part in helping normalize crazy makeup looks. And it motivates people like me to get really creative and artistic and express myself through makeup. And that is the message that I hear loud and clear from Nikkie. So thank you, Nikkie, for not only being the greatest example and advocate of our community, but also for releasing a palette that wasn't I love the color story and I love the stories behind the colors. This was a huge win for Nikkie and I couldn't be happier. I know that she's only planning on having this be a limited palette, but I really hope that she does other collaborations in the future. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching me put together this look. I hope to see y'all again next time, and don't forget, we're all just trying, so be nice.